support gun rights. One of the organizers told us they already have enough participants and they'll be taking 2 buses to the Capitol.
These new filed laws will affect us greatly. I mean, possibly even could put us out of business along with all the other gun shops in Virginia. So our concern grew from that and just word of mouth, people coming in the store. We had a lot of people wanting to go with us, so we started organizing meetings and stuff and getting everybody together to go for the trip.
He referenced laws now proposed in Virginia which could limit gun rights. The group plans to leave Lee County at midnight, January 19th.
After years of planning, Sullivan East Middle School officially opened to students this morning. Attended Mary Hughes, Bluff City, and Holston Valley Middle Schools are now together under one roof. The school reports around 660 students enrolled. The final number will be gathered Friday as more students have enrolled this week. The school was built with room for growth, able to house around 880 students. Well, forget football or basketball. Milligan College is adding a new sport in the outdoors. They will have a competitive fly fishing team starting this fall.
And right now, Milligan's actively recruiting for the team, and Blake Lipton spoke with the team director and the vice president for athletics and student development today to learn more.
That's right, Josh and Sarah. According to college officials, Milligan will be the first college in the area to offer fly fishing scholarships for incoming students. The team director tells me he's already had interest from prospective members.
Fly fishing is fly fishing. It looks super hard when you first do it. It's easy to be frustrated, but once you kind of figure it out and get the mechanics down, it's a lot of fun.
Milligan College has announced competitive fly fishing will come to campus starting in fall 2020.
As of right now, I mean, we're wide open. I mean, I've got a lot of contact already with people, so it's been cool.
Zach Nave has 20 years of fly fishing experience. He will be the team director. The team will compete in regional and national competitions.
Cherokee, North Carolina has several, and that's a starting spot for us. It's close. The events are good. They're solid. And then we'll move from there to doing some of the bigger events that Pennsylvania has.
The competitive fly fishing team will also be active with the local Over Mountain Trout Unlimited chapter.
We're excited about not only the competition part of it, but teaching them about the intricacies of fly fishing, as well as some conservation initiatives that we'll be taking on as part of the club, and really think it'll be a value-added experience for students at Milligan.
With both the South Holston River, which contains an average of 8,500 trout per mile, and the Watauga River, located just minutes from campus, VP of Athletics and Student Development Mark Fox says it was an easy decision to create the team.
When you put those things together and then the opportunity to draw new students and retain more students and to add value to their experience, it just made it a natural thing when you consider the resources available to us nearby.
Team director Zach Nave says he'll be meeting with prospective students as early as this Friday to discuss opportunities with the team.
All right, Blake, thank you very much. We're also told the scholarships given to team members will vary based on skill level and their experience.
Coming up later on the news at 5:30, we remember a local hero killed in Afghanistan 10 years ago, honoring Sergeant Jason Hickman tonight at 5:30.
And we are still looking at clear skies. It's going to be a cold night tonight. Beautiful day on tap for tomorrow. That storm team forecast coming right up.
One Bristol, Virginia school is achieving an accomplishment like no other. Only 2 schools in the state receiving this award. I'm Kelly Grossfield, and I'll have the details on this coming up at 6 o'clock.
Now, Storm Team 11 Chief Meteorologist Mark Reynolds.
Good evening to you. We are seeing beautiful clear skies now. That weather system that brought the rain, the snow, some mixture early this morning has now gone well off to our east, so clear and quiet tonight. There's a look right there from our Bays Mountain vantage point. Absolutely gorgeous. A few clouds on the horizon. They'll go by the wayside late tonight. Look at downtown Bristol. A nice shot of the sunset. 44. The current temperature at the airport. West wind at 6. By the way, the winds are going to start picking up again, especially in the mountains late tonight, right through your day tomorrow. Yesterday up to 47 degrees. We'll try and update that for you. But again, in terms of precipitation, it was all this morning. We're quieting down now. Look at these numbers. 43 in Bristol, 44 in Johnson City, 44 also in Jonesboro, Rogersville at 47 degrees. Higher elevation, still cold. Checking in with Roan Mountain. They had about an inch of some snow and sleet mix this morning. They're sitting at 30 degrees there. Ken Pearsall, 4,100 feet there, but Roan Mountain, 31 degrees. 32 at Grandfather Mountain, 37 at Boone. Had some snow over those higher elevations. Take a look Southwest Virginia. Some of you folks saw snow this morning, as well as Eastern Kentucky. Pikeville, 38 now in Marion. All right, so let me show you the setup. We're watching the system quickly, as I told you yesterday, off to our east now. We are seeing the rain and snow showers there. Look at our nation's capital. You talk about a mess right now. A lot of people apparently letting everybody out at the same time in Washington, D.C. as the snow is flying now. So looking at some weather maps there, a lot of traffic delays there around our nation's capital right now. All right, take a look at our forecast. We're going to play this through. Nothing happens. It's quiet. Plenty of sunshine for your day tomorrow. Gorgeous. Get out and enjoy it. Our high at 49 degrees. Thursday, the clouds start increasing again. You'll see a chance of rain scattered about on our Friday. I do want to highlight the high wind warnings for the mountains here in North Carolina, 60-mile-per-hour gusts. The rest of the tan area, those are wind advisories. You could see winds gusting to 50. Look at our forecast, 28 the low, clearing out tonight. Tomorrow, beautiful, sunny, high at 49 degrees. Our 7-day forecast, not a typo. Look at these numbers. Yes, it's January, 70 January high for Saturday. Rain heavy at times 60s into early next week with more wet weather coming, a very active weather pattern. You know, I told you my winter weather outlook, I thought we'd see a wet winter, and we're seeing that. How about that picture right there, Jennifer? What a great shot that is. Don't you like that? That's Ollie enjoying New Year's party on the couch right there.
Ollie's definitely enjoying the party.
Looked like Ollie partied a little hard.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yep.
Had fun.
You're going to have a chance to see
Good
your
for
send
you.
it to us, WJHL.com. Click on the Pals photo and flash link. Upload your photo. We show it on the air. You want to travel mug from Pals. Come by our station weekdays to pick that up. Not a bad day. Dry the next 2 days. Enjoy because big changes for the weekend.
I cannot believe this weekend's temperatures.
It's amazing.
Toward the end of the week.
Maybe even some thunderstorms on Saturday.
A lot of talk about that today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey, after a loss at Furman Saturday, the East Tennessee State Buccaneers will look to get back in the win column tomorrow night when UNC Greensboro rolls in. Tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock. You can watch the game on ESPN+.
The Blue and Gold will return home this Saturday for a conference game against Virginia Military Institute, VMI. The Bucs are hoping to fill Freedom Hall, but if you can't make it, we've got you covered. You can watch VMI and ETSU live on our sister station, ABC Tri-Cities. Tip-off is scheduled for 4 o'clock.
All right, insomnia. Maybe you had to deal with this. It's a big problem for a lot of people. It is an even bigger issue for cancer survivors.
Yeah, ahead of Medical Watch, how a new approach could get those people that get the full night's sleep that they desperately need. We're going to explain all of this after the break on News Channel 11 at 5. Many cancer survivors have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. Well, new research shows a new approach can help them get a good night's rest. Dr. Malika Marshall explains.
Ken Giacopo struggles with insomnia, and since being diagnosed with brain cancer 2 years ago, it's gotten worse.
I'm just fatigued constantly, all the time. So it's during the day, so I take cat naps during the day.
The stress of having cancer and the grueling treatments can all impact patients' sleep.
These are all insults to the system that may disrupt sleep that in the short term, people cope with reasonably well, but then as they persist, the consequences of insufficient sleep or fragmented sleep are very real.
So Ken is taking a sleep education class for cancer survivors at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. The class covers good sleep hygiene, such as no screen time before bed and napping less once you've completed treatment. But study author Dr. Eric Zhao says the key is giving patients guidance on implementing it.
A consistent wake time is a very important fundamental element of good sleep. These are the kind of things that we sat down, analyzed, and broke down for each individual survivor.
A new study of more than 50 cancer patients finds over 40% had their moderate to severe insomnia cured after one class. Ken plans to use what he's learned at home.
I can't get anything done, I'm so tired. And so I'm hoping that this is going to help out just a small part of my life.
He says a better night's sleep will mean better time spent with family. Dr. Malika Marshall, CBS News, Boston.
Insufficient sleep is really a problem for many of us. 1 in 3 Americans do not get the recommended amount of sleep a night. Northeast State Community College is offering a class this spring in phlebotomy. Phlebotomists specialize in drawing blood. It's expected to be one of the fastest growing occupations in the healthcare field in the next 10 years. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects employment of phlebotomists to grow 23% by the year 2028.
It is a 10-week program. It meets on Thursday evenings, and it's $775, which includes the national certification exam.
A registration meeting for this class is scheduled for January 16th. An appointment is required. You can find the contact information on our website, WJHL.com. Health officials say 2019 was the worst year for the measles in nearly 3 decades. Last year, the majority of cases were among people who were not vaccinated against the measles. 6 more cases of measles were reported to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in December. That brings the U.S. case total to 1,282. It's the highest number of cases since 1992. Cases were confirmed in 31 states. New York alone accounted for almost 3/4 of the cases. 128 people who had the measles in 2019 had to be hospitalized. Well, Florida mom is seeing not just double, but quadruple these days. She says her foursome of bouncing baby boys is a blessing. We'll do a double take on some guaranteed good news next on News Channel 11 at 5. Having a set of twins is enough to keep any parent or set of parents busy. How about two sets of twins in the same year?
Boom. Yeah,
I can't.
This happened to Alexandria Wollaston of Florida, a mom who welcomed twin boys Mark and Malachi in March. And then in May, she got the news she was expecting another set of boys, and they came December 27th. Here we come, Kaylin and Caleb.
Wow, Wollaston learned twins run in her family. She said it's a blessing, and she said she feels like she hit the twin lottery. And if that wasn't enough of a challenge, she also has a 3-year-old daughter. For now, she hopes to keep her kid count to a party of 5. She's good. Special place in heaven for her with 4 boys.
I cannot imagine.
And the older girl.
Hopefully she's got a lot of great help, and it looks like she's doing great.
Yes, good for her.
I mean, that's 4 babies in 1 year.
Boom.
Unbelievable.
It's going to take a village.
It's going to take a village.
It is take a village to help. Good for her.
Can you imagine the diapers? Anyway, thanks for being with us on News Channel 11 at 5. I'm Josh Smith.
I'm Sarah Diamond. Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Mark Reynolds is standing by with your Storm Team 11 forecast, and we'll have a preview of the Virginia General Assembly session that starts in Richmond tomorrow. More of the day's top stories heading your way after the break on News Channel 11 at 5:30.
Good evening to you. We're still seeing clearing skies. It's going to be a cold night tonight. The precipitation we had earlier today now well off to our east and northeast, so quieting down for us. Overnight lows tonight down into the upper 20s, some mid-20s in some of the higher elevations. But places like Roan Mountain, some of those higher peaks could see overnight lows in the low 20s. There's a look at our satellite imagery quieting down. I do want to highlight the fact, if you look at our forecast, it is going to be a very quiet period now tonight, right into your Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine coming your way. Wednesday looks like a nice afternoon. High temperature still in the 40s, and Thursday just as nice. We'll see high clouds rolling in though through the afternoon. That's an indicator that our weather pattern is changing, moisture coming back into play Friday and definitely into Saturday. Some locally heavy amounts of rain will be possible on Saturday. Quiet now. You're looking at our cameras there. We have got a very nice evening on the way, but very cold, so dress warmly tonight. And the winds are still up. Wind warnings in effect for northwestern North Carolina into Grayson County. Wind gusts there maybe as high as 60. That Storm Team forecast coming up. News Channel 11 at 5:30 starts right now.
Live, you're watching News Channel 11 at 5:30.
And our top story at 5:30, a proposal for a casino in Southwest Virginia, the second proposal for a casino in that general area. Welcome into News Channel 11 at 5:30. I'm Josh Smith.
I'm Sarah Diamond. The Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians reached an agreement to develop and run a proposed casino. It would be adjacent to the Pinnacle retail development complex just across the state line on a 350-acre Virginia tract owned by Pinnacle developer Steve Johnson. It is a separate proposal from the one that would bring a casino to the former Bristol Mall property. Well, before people start playing the odds in casinos in Virginia, state law must change. Last year, the General Assembly approved legislation for a study which showed proposed casinos would generate new money for the Commonwealth.
And now this year, lawmakers will consider what's called House Bill 374 and Senate Bill 102. Both would allow casinos in certain economically distressed cities, including Bristol. If approved, public referendums at this point could be a deciding factor.
But Alex Thorson explains gambling is only one of the hot-button issues the General Assembly will tackle this session.
It's the most diverse group of lawmakers the state has ever seen.
This team will work together, and this team will deliver.
With a complete majority, top Democrats say they're locked and loaded to tackle key issues like gun control, while telling Virginians,
we're not going to go door to door and confiscate individuals' weapons.
They want to put more money into affordable housing while banning certain forms of discrimination.
Today's Virginia is not a place where anyone should fear being fired or evicted simply for who they are, where they come from, or who they love.
Democrats say they'll restore women's rights by overturning some health care laws and passing the Equal Rights Amendment.
Ensuring that women finally have a place in the Constitution.
Some bills propose raising the minimum wage to $10 or $15 an hour. Governor Ralph Northam wants to expand broadband internet and transportation systems
so that more people can move around our Commonwealth more efficiently.
The governor says they'll fight climate change and budget more money for schools.
That means doubling our investment in funding for schools with high concentrations of low-income students.
Democrats also want to make the temporary ban on suspending driver's license for unpaid fines permanent. Also further reforming criminal justice by hiring more public defenders, for example.
The voters have asked for a new day in the General Assembly.
Well, Democratic presidential candidate Michael Bloomberg was in Richmond today. He was there ahead of the General Assembly session convening tomorrow, and he called on the brand new state legislature to pass what he called sensible gun regulations. Virginia's new Democratic legislative majority prepares to take up a series of gun control measures. Lots of people watching what will happen in the new session starting tomorrow.
We have a school schedule change to tell you about tonight. Buchanan County, Virginia schools will operate on a 2-hour delay Wednesday. That's tomorrow. You can always find up-to-the-minute list of changes. It's always on our website, constantly updated on WJHL.com.
We're tracking several local top stories this half hour on News Channel 11 at 5:30 and on WJHL.com.
A meeting of the Advisory Council overseeing Ballot Health's Certificate of Public Advantage is underway in Blountville. The public hearing will discuss Ballard's annual report for fiscal year 2019. COPAs require hospital systems to prove that the benefits of a merger outweigh the lack of competition. Ballot Health's annual report for fiscal year 2019 is posted right now on WJHL.com.
Students who previously attended Mary Hughes, Bluff City, and Holston Valley Middle Schools are today together under one roof. The new Sullivan East Middle School opened this morning. Around 660 students went to class. The final number will be tallied on Friday as more students are enrolling through the week. The school was built with room for growth, eventually able to house 880 students.
Northeast State Community College is offering a class this spring in phlebotomy. Phlebotomists specialize in drawing blood. It's expected to be one of the fastest growing occupations in healthcare in the next 10 years.
Fully paid time off under the Family Medical Leave Act will soon become a reality for Tennessee state employees.
State Capitol Newsroom reporter Chris Bungard reveals the move comes with an executive order today from Governor Bill Lee.
The governor's executive order on family medical leave affects about 38,000 state employees. Among those workers affected include TDOT, those on college campuses, and the thousands of workers in state buildings around the Tennessee Capitol.
It comes at no cost to the state, but it comes at great benefit to the state.
The Family Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, covers such things as birth or adoption of a child, care for a seriously ill spouse, parent, or child, and a serious health condition where a worker can't perform their job.
This is beyond parental leave. This is anything that falls under the Family and Medical Leave Act. So anyone that is eligible for, that meets the criteria for that.
The governor and legislative leaders said the new family medical leave policy is aimed at keeping or attracting good state workers.
As the state of Tennessee, we're choosing to go forward in this for state employees to gain a competitive advantage.
The governor's executive order on family medical leave goes into effect on March 1st of this year. Reporting from the state capitol, Chris Bungart.
Tennessee legislative Democrats say fully paid family medical leave provisions should not just be for state employees. Tomorrow, Representative Gloria Johnson plans to introduce a bill to create a statewide program that provides paid time off to workers under FMLA provisions.